She thinks it's cute that her driver almost hit my kids, and she thinks she needs to take a video of it.
I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops immediately.
You want to call the police on him for having a barbecue on a Sunday at the lake.
Yes.
All of these women have been identified as Karens by the internet. The term has burst into the scene as racial tensions reach a boiling point in the US. The phrase may be new, but Karen-like behavior has been a constant in this country's history.
I don't care what you think I'm acting like.
None of these women are actually named Karen, but to many people, they embody a certain persona in American society. A white person who uses their status and power to threaten or humiliate people of color. Actress and comedian Amanda Seales has been outspoken about who exactly Karen is. Here's how she defined the term.
A Karen is a white woman whose oblivion of their privilege causes them to act in a way that is oppressive and oftentimes insane.
She is crazy.
You're crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
See?
Some might think a Karen is just a loud white woman asking for the manager, disrupting your customer service experience. But I'm here to tell you, Karen goes a lot deeper.
You need to leave. You're not a part of this. You need to leave. You're not a part of this. No.
A Karen is a white woman who is a descendant of those who came before her, who could scream and get a black man killed, who could point and get a black woman murdered.
The use of Karen has become much more serious as protests erupt around the world following the death of George Floyd. People with Karen-like behaviors have made national news within the past few years and continue to be exposed.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
A white woman appears to call police, accusing a black man of threatening her after he asked her to put her dog on a leash.
This woman don't want to let a little girl sell some water.
A little girl was trying to sell bottled water so she could go to Disneyland. Now her story has exploded. That video of her neighbor calling the police, now viewed more than 1 million times.
Sexually assaulted by a child.
Go home.
Teresa Klein accused a 9-year-old boy of sexual assault, and the store's surveillance video tells a different story, clearly showing the boy's backpack accidentally brushed against Klein.
For me, these videos are very triggering. I think that there's a certain level of like, oh, ha, 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 they're annoying when you're just watching it. But when you're in that situation, it is not an annoyance. It is a disruption of your being.
Ma'am, can you just back up just a tad so I can talk to her? Thank you.
Sure. You know that as a person of color, specifically a black person, you are the one who is going to be in the situation of having to prove your innocence.
Our nation's current unrest shows how these behaviors can be much more dangerous than we think. Unfairly policing people of color is embedded deep in America's history. Karen just happens to be the new name for it. Take the 1955 murder of Emmett Till, a 14-year-old black boy who was lynched after being accused of flirting with a white woman in Mississippi. She admitted her claims were false decades later. So Karen isn't always just a woman who likes to speak to the manager. It's much deeper than that. There's a common thread throughout American history, with people of color being targeted for existing in traditionally white spaces, or for doing something most would describe as normal or harmless behavior. And we've seen over and over again that these types of altercations can lead to serious consequences for those targeted, sometimes even resulting in death.